Hello, everyone. My name is Katie Seeker. I just want to make sure that you all can see and hear me. Could you, let me see. I'm wondering if you can throw um, any comments in the chat. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thank you. This talk is about Arizona Tech Week, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Um, Thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm going to start from the beginning here. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Can you guys all see my screen? Thank you. Okay, so you should see the Arizona Tech Week page. We want to talk about what this event is and how you all can be involved. So Arizona Tech Week will put our state, our technology, our innovation in the innovation spotlight and globally. This is really an opportunity for us to tell the story of Arizona through the calendar of this event. Who has heard of the Tech Week model before? Maybe the ones in San Francisco, New York, LA, or run by Andreessen Horowitz, or the ones run by individual states and countries in Austin, Seattle, Utah, Colorado, Toronto, London. Okay, great. Thank you so much. So this is very similar to those in that it is a decentralized event. This is an opportunity for us to showcase our entire state. And the QR code in the corner gets you to our Arizona Tech Week website, which is just Arizona spelled out, techweek.com. Who is this for? It's really for founders, investors, enthusiasts, economic development people throughout the state that want to tell a story or showcase some technology, innovation, or host a gathering. Anybody can host an event during Arizona Tech Week. Our goal is to bring 25,000 people to the state of Arizona during this week, alongside activating our communities inside of the state. So the intention of it is to be quite large. We would like to have 1,000 events over the course of the week throughout the state, and we will be taking the opportunity to market the calendar, these events, and align to bring awareness on what's going on across our state. The dates are April 6th through the 12th, 2026. It is directly after the Women's Final Four, which is April 3rd, 4th, 5th is the final game. And we roll right into Tech Week for the entire week.
Hey Katie, we
Yes.
can't see your slides.
Oh, interesting. Let's try again. Can you see them now?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I thought I saw some thumbs up when I said, "Can you see my screen?" Sorry about that. Okay, great. So April 6th through the 12th, 2026 is when the event is across the entire state. And it really is an opportunity to showcase and to be a stage for your story. If you're on this call, I'm assuming that you're interested in Arizona or you're here in Arizona building. We would like you to be a part of this event by hosting an event of any kind. So you can sponsor, be a title sponsor, and if you're interested in that, I'll tell you at the end how to get in touch with us. You can host an event or you can attend. So any kind of events are on the table here. So you can do a speaker panel, fireside chat, demo pitch, networking meetups, workshops and roundtables, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And I'm going to give a few examples. We've been to dozens of tech weeks as part of researching, bringing this to our state. We've been working on this project for about almost 2 years now. And Melissa Lamson, who is the EVP of the Venture Development Innovation Strategies team, Her favorite event, it was in New York, and it was literally donuts and coffee in the park. And it was targeting, just bringing founders out. So it was, a low cost event. They just bought some donuts and some coffee, and they had about 100 founders that came to a park and just chatted. And that was her favorite. My favorite event was in Utah Tech Week. It was inside a social club, inside a speakeasy, inside a social club. I got in, I snuck in, is actually the truth. And I was there with 15 people. During that talk, there was a gentleman that oversaw trillions of dollars of assets, and it was a leadership talk. That talk fundamentally changed the way I thought about leadership. I had a glass of water. It didn't cost anything for me to be there. So I think I want to just show you the dichotomy between that. And then in San Francisco, I've been to Andreessen Horowitz demo days, and that is hundreds of people. So it can be 5,000 people, 500 people, 50 people, 5 people. All good. The opportunity here is to connect with the group that you're looking for, whether you're hosting or attending. So let's talk about that a little bit more. If you'd like to host an event, these links are also being tossed in the chat by our wonderful intern, Carson. There is on the website, there is a bunch of documents which will show you on how to host an event, and it walks you through the process. So we just announced or just allowed the button at the top of the screen to be public a few weeks ago. We are almost at 100 events within a couple of weeks, on that way to 1,000. And so you will have the opportunity to go and put in a description, put in a venue. We have a link to a Google Doc that has venues in it that we have been collecting, and that, by the way, you can add to. So that if finding a venue for you is hard, coffee shops, co-working spaces, corporations, law firms, museums, we've been asking all of them to help us, and you should as well. Those are great opportunities for places to host your event. You'll have to have a name and a description of your event, and then you'll have to go into this app called Partiful. Andreessen Horowitz this is an Andreessen Horowitz backed company, and they use it for their tech weeks. You'll have to create a Partiful account through that process, and put all this information in there. When you do that, Arizona Tech Week is automatically a co-host. This allows us to make sure that it connects to our website. If you would like to add other co-hosts, let's say you and a friend or you and a partner are going to do an event, you can do that. You just add them there. And then what happens is when the website for attendees goes live in the new year, then everybody that will be able to sign up to go to your event, and then you as a host get to accept people. No one will be able to see where your event is hosted, what the address of your event is, unless you accept them. So you'll have a list of people that are interested in, the title or your organization or your description, and that data is yours to use. And then you'll accept people, and so you can make it as big or small as you want. If you would like to take advantage of the people, we want to bring 25,000 people here. We've been talking globally to global audiences about this event. If you'd like to take advantage of all of those people, all those eyes, and do an invite-only event, that is fine. You can do that. You'll still need to do a Partiful, and you'll still probably get some interest, but then you'll have a group of people that are interested in your product, right? Or your services or your organization. So it's great for giving yourself some more pipeline, and also understanding who your audience is. This is what the calendar will look like. We will be collecting information based upon location within the state: Northern Arizona, Southern, Eastern, Western. We will be collecting role. Are they a founder? Are they an investor? Are they an influencer? Something else? And then also industry. We're going to be looking for folks to select a few industries that they're interested in. This allows us to market the events that are in alignment with what attendees want, and also co-market to an audience for hosts. And so we have email campaigns for that will be going out once we allow the attendees button to be live, which is in the new year. Okay, so this is Melissa's Partiful, just to show you what the events actually look like. And then in this app, you'll be able to manage your week as an attendee. Whether you're hosting or not, we hope you attend events. There'll be a lot of really cool stuff going on. I'll go into those, all of the details of that here in a minute. But you'll see that you'll have there looks slick. There's graphics, there's QR codes. You can follow organizations. You can get on the list, or you can. We were hosting this particular event. I believe this one was in San Francisco. Yep, San Francisco Tech Week. And you can see here how it's hosted by. So this is the ACA. This is Tech Week. And then we had our personal accounts on there as well. This QR code sends you to Partiful. So it's a great app. The other thing this app allows you to do is to be able to email, text people. So it's very common in these ecosystems that you'll receive a text like this event is in 2 hours because of the sort of the process here that when you get accepted to an event, it's exclusive, right? If you don't show up, then it creates an opportunity for impact. So there you can text the group that you want to come to your event in order to create further awareness. Great. So I can go into more detail on the exact process for Tech Week, but I want to stop right now and then just ask about any general questions. What questions do we have? Pull up the chat here. Anything you want to know about Tech Week? Okay, while we're waiting for people to throw in a question, I want to tell you about what's going on across our state. So we have met with people from Show Low to Flagstaff to Cottonwood to Yuma to Prescott to Tucson, Oro Valley. I mean, everyone. And we have, commitments from everybody and interest to do events. So this will be really exciting for our state. Some examples is there are communities that have maybe regulated testing areas in their ecosystem, and they're working to create an opportunity for those testing grounds to be available. Well, of course, that's very novel. So our thought process is that if there's technology or in order to be access these areas, you have to do a background check. So the thought is that the first round of heavy marketing around events is probably going to be those that require a background check or an NDA in order to access these facilities and opportunities that for highly regulated innovation in our state. And then quickly from there, we will roll out everyone else's events. We have several different creative ideas around pitch contests. We have many demonstrations of novel tech that's being built in our state, and we're talking, there's planes being chartered for small groups to access remote and rural areas in Arizona. So it's really, really interesting and exciting. Okay, great. Let's see, I'm looking for more. How many people are expected to come to the major flagship events? Okay, so we have, it depends on what you're looking for. So you will have the opportunity to accept people into your event. It depends on the capacity of the space that you have. our job is to market the events, and so that the people that we're communicating with, we send out emails to, close to 50,000 people a week to talk about Tech Week. And so, our goal is to bring 25,000 people to the state during this week. And we've been international, like just on Monday, I spoke to 9 international offices about Tech Week, inviting them to come, bring delegations, and do events. So we are hoping that creates a large amount of access to our state and your event. Yes, they will be, the question is, will events be approved and promoted through ACA channels? What reach should the host expect? Also, any co-marketing opportunities for feature placement of certain type of events. So our role at the ACA is to convene the state and market this opportunity. So yes, we will be marketing events through emails and social media. We have a few opportunities for large sponsorships, and then featured placement would be in that social media or in the email, and we're happy to do that. I'm actually going to show the Arizona Tech Week website here in a minute. The next question is, what's the best way to go about creating an event? I'm just going to show you here in a second. So let me get to the bottom of these questions and then I'll come back to that. The next question, how much info do we have on those signing up to attend so we can select and filter who will allow? Okay, this is a great question. So we take demographic information. So we ask attendees for their LinkedIn. We ask them for their full name, their email, their phone. What kind of a role do they have? Are they a founder? Are they an investor? What industries they're excited about, and where in the state are they trying to spend the most time? Do we know if TSMC will be participating? Yes, we do. Can you clarify how to get to Partiful? Yes. I'm going to show you through our walkthrough here just in a minute. Are there any particular events that attendees are most interested in? What type of information do they want? So this is the exciting thing. We have events that are for all different types of roles. If you're a founder in a specific sector, of course, you're going to be interested in that specific sector, and your role as a founder is allowing you to, or going to align you to certain events. If you're an investor, you're probably going to want to see something else. If you're an influencer, yet another thing. So the reason for 1,000 events throughout the week is we want to make sure that everybody can choose their own journey and have a lot going on for them, so that it's their time in Arizona is really well spent, and that they are learning about Arizona through the process of what's going on here, because there's an amazing amount of things going on here. Okay, great. I think I've answered all these questions. So let me just, there's one more, I think. Yep. Do you offer suggestions on which preferred venues to work with? We don't. Any venue that you find that fits what you're trying to build is great for us. And you can use our list of venues. That's just a Google Doc that as we've been talking about this for the last year, people would say to us, hey, could I throw my venue? Would I be able to make my venue available to people because I like what you're doing? And we said, sure. So it is literally just a doc that we've been throwing in verbal people that are interested. But you can host anywhere you want. You could host at your business, you can host at a coffee shop, you can host at an art gallery, a corporation, a bank, like anybody that you get approval to host at, it's all good with us. Again, our job is to market your events and to drive the calendar. And so with that, let me just bring up Arizona Tech Week, and I will show you, I'll just do a quick walkthrough. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen again, and can you just give me some thumbs up when you can see my screen? Everybody see it? Great. So as you can see, this is Arizona Tech Week. If you just type in the URL, um, Arizona Tech Week, click on that, and it brings you to here. So April 6th through the 12th, you can scroll down here. These are a few events that we have through our Arizona Venture Alliance partners. And there are buttons down here, a CTA for hosting an event. But also, if I just go to the top, this big red button, host an event. Before I move on, I want to just call out real quick more information here about our community and us, and then partners. So if you're looking to be a sponsor of Arizona Tech Week, sponsorships start at 25,000. So if you're interested in sponsoring at that level, then you'd fill this out, and then we would be able to have that conversation with you. Um, we're only looking for a few, so that's that. Stay informed is maybe you don't want to host an event, but you do want to attend. Stay informed is where you would sign up, and then you can see down here what topics are you interested, what best describes your role, what kind of events are you interested in. You submit this, and this allows us to let you know when we know there's events that fit what you're interested in, we will send them to you. And then if you want to host an event, you will see right here. This is how there's 9 steps that you walk through. There's a planning guide that you can click on here. That's a Word doc that will help you so that you can walk through one at a time. Of course, starting out with your email event or your email first. And you will see you'll have a type of event. Is it a breakfast? Is it a mixer? Is it, what is it? Your title and your topic. A point of advice on title and topic. This is a really great time to get creative, right? So if you want to if not to say that if you wanted to bring 5 people together and you were a group of women graphic designers and you want to just have tea together, that's fine. But if you're looking for a big poll or you want to have a meetup that is in an area where there's a lot going on, then creativity is going to allow you to stand out. So think about who is the best or the most interesting person you know that you can bring on stage with you or have speak at your event. What kind of tech demonstrations would really turn some heads? Is there something innovative or novel that you can do during this event that'll pique interest? That's what you want to do in the event title and also the topic. Again, you can do an invite only event and then you just put in brackets invite only. And you should still do an event because you want to bring awareness to you doing something during Arizona Tech Week. The audiences you just select. I'm looking for founders in SaaS in Northern Arizona. And you pick your demographic that allows us to help you market the location and the host information, and you submit an event. Along the way here, and I'd have to go through each screen and fill it out in order to show you, there is an opportunity for you to click on a link and create a particle. I will show you mine. So you'll see here, we have done YAZ sessions at other tech weeks. And so I'm just going to show you real quick. This is the one we did in San Francisco. So we were clear on the title. This is the date we had it. And then you see that we had 200 space for 200 people in San Francisco. These were the speakers, and you'll see that we had 134 people on the list, and we had to go through and accept them one at a time, and it can be done through text. You'll see over here that I can send a text blast. I can individually invite people if I have their invite, and you can see here we did a couple of text blasts, and then other people have texted us as a result of being interested. So you're going to want to get to this Particle page through the process here. You just go one step at a time, and then it'll coach you into creating a Particle account. Let me just see if there's more questions here. Okay, yes, very good. The question is, it sounds like there's no cost to host an event aside from food vendor or panelists. Is that the case? Correct. So the ACA is sponsoring this event. So insofar as it's free to host an event and it's free to attend an event. There on the attendee side, there are a few events that are trying to charge. They need ticket sales. We are not having that run through this process. So in the description, they would have a link to, okay, for this event, you need a $10 ticket or a $50 ticket or a $200 ticket. You have to go through that process and buy that ticket on their website. But we're encouraging people for it to be free. And it certainly is no cost to host. Anybody can host an event, and you just have to cover the costs associated to what you want to create. Can you do an online only virtual event? Yep, you can. Yep, you can. No problem. My experience from Tech Weeks is I'm not sure how well those are attended, but because everybody's kind of out and about, but certainly, yes. Will you know where events are being clustered most densely if we want to leverage existing crowds? So because we're doing a state event, or this is statewide, this is why we're taking demographic of like where would you like to be hosted, right? Or what area of the state is most interesting to you? And we're taking the additional step of really marketing to people that if they say Northern Arizona is where I'm most interested, or Southern Arizona or Yuma, then we can take all of the people that are in that area and sort of say, these are all the events that are going on in your area. What other tech weeks are in a dispersed form like this? Well, Utah Tech Week does Salt Lake, the northern suburbs, and Park City. So not quite as large as our state, but they do that. And most others are cities, to your point, which I think is what you're trying to point out there. But for us, we thought this is a really great opportunity for the entire state to have a stage to talk about their innovation and showcase it. Next question. Can you speak to why the behind having to accept sorry, can't speak today, and particle is necessary and strategic? Yes. So the reason why this Particle app is important for this event is twofold. First is we need to have a way to take somebody's event without us owning it, because you can host event, anybody can host an event. Our job is just to put it on the website. This way, through going through Particle, allows us to have it on our website without having to own it. But two, you have the control of accepting the people in your event. So you will know everybody that you've accepted because you will have a chance to review their background and see if they fall into the category of what you're looking for your event. This directly increases the ROI for your event because you have, the most qualified people that are interested. And that's what we're hoping to do, is to create an opportunity for you to have a really successful event that is about impact and outcomes. If they don't know where the event is until after they sign up, I worry that many will drop out once they find out it's outside of Phoenix. They will already know it's outside of Phoenix because it will say the city or the area. Like for instance, if it's a Flagstaff event, it'll say Flagstaff, not Phoenix. So they'll know, they just won't know the address. So for instance, people will know this event is in Phoenix or this event is in Scottsdale, Mesa, but they don't know exactly where it is. There's no coordination of rental cars or bus or vans yet. We had hoped to raise money for buses probably in a future year, since this is the first of its kind. And I am in conversations with Waymo and Lyft, but nothing is solidified yet. I hope for that to happen in the new year. Considering this is a big state, is the assumption that people are coming down for the Final Four and the Phoenix downtown area, and then they are going to travel outside of Phoenix to attend Yuma Page. And yeah, the assumption is that people will travel to see events that they're interested in. So The Final Four, of course, happens in Phoenix the weekend before. What we're hoping to do is draw out of state visitors for that, and then to create an opportunity for them to see other parts of the state, um, and see the stuff that's most interesting to them. We are actively marketing events going on in other parts of the state, and I think part of this work has really opened my eyes to how much is going on in other parts of the state. So, for instance, the Yuma example that you have, if people are driving from LA, they might just drive from back from LA to Phoenix and then Phoenix. But why wouldn't they stop in Yuma? And maybe they would if they knew that there were things going on there. So we're hoping to create some traction for them. Um, Okay, another question. Sorry if this was already asked. Are there already confirmed event hosts with venues in the greater Phoenix area? We have 90 some odd events currently submitted on our calendar. They're not public yet. Those will become public in the new year when we allow for people to sign on to attend events. Okay. Uh, Okay, another question. I work for a distributor that sells material for machine builders and robots. Would showcasing material used for innovation be appropriate? It would be. Yep. So there are multiple tech demonstrations and also product demonstrations going on. So what you would do is you'd create an event and you'd say, come up with a snazzy title that talks about the material that you sell, and do a demonstration, and then that will, draw the audience because you'll be part of the calendar along with everybody else. The software the next question is, can you supply the name of the software? It's called Partiful. And when you go to click to host an event, you will be prompted to click on the Partiful link. Please use this link because we are automatically co-hosts on that link so that it makes it easier for you and us to work together to market your event. Amazing. Great. Well, I hope this was helpful. Again, please sign up for Stay Informed because then that means that you will get emails from us with more details, with specific examples, and then you can share. We also have social media, Arizona Tech Week on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter. Please follow us there. But honestly, if you're on this call, then I'm guessing you're either interested in Arizona or you love Arizona and you're building here. This is also an opportunity for you to help us. So if you're interested in this event, if you could share our social media, if you could do social media yourself and tag us. If you want to do an event and you want to do social media and tag us, we're happy to reshare it. We're looking for the community to help support this as what we're trying to do is elevate our ecosystem on a global stage and really bring awareness in a way that will be beneficial to entrepreneurism, innovation, and technology across our state. So thank you so much. Any additional questions before we wrap? Okay, we've got a couple more. If we have an event on the site but are open to doing more than one site, do we have the ability to partner with groups? Yes. So if I think what the question is like if you have a place, a venue, and you want to do an event, then you should do an event. If you want to open your event to other people doing it, yes, please fill out that. You can just contact us on the contact us and tell us about your venue, and we can add you to that spreadsheet. It would be wonderful. Thank you so much for your generosity. Are there better days to schedule our events? There 90 events on Monday and 3 on Thursday. So we're in the middle again. We have had the opportunity to host an event for about 3 or 4 weeks now. So we still have. Actually, I just saw a social media post that I had to approve for the end of the month that we're about 100 days out from Arizona Tech Week, which freaked me out. So we don't have awareness on days yet because literally every day we get new events, so I can't answer that question. But what I will tell you is that if you do an event on any of the days, and it's a novel event, you will get people, because this is the lift that we're doing is marketing. So do something really cool, and we will help you market it. And um, okay, next question here is sounds like there's no cost to host an event. Correct. No cost. Free to you to host an event. Anybody can host an event. Now, after you get done, I want to mention this. Anybody can host an event. After you go through these steps, there is an approval process. So you'll submit, and then someone from our team will approve your event. There are community guidelines that Carson threw in there. Basically, we want to do respectful events. We don't want to do any events that are going to be dangerous, or so read the community guidelines, but other than if as long as they're within that, they'll be approved and then on our calendar. Can I share the top technologies or industries that Arizona is strong at? Can you share them? Yeah, sure. So we have a strong, of course, semiconductor industry, healthcare, bioscience, health tech industries, SaaS, dual use and DoD, and autonomous space that's sort of in line with DoD, and ag tech in Yuma. Specifically, they do a lot out there. It's really interesting. The U of A has 300 acres. And so those are the tops that come to my mind. But if you're trying to, prop tech has been one that has been, I've had a bunch of meetings about recently. So if you're in that industry, or if you're trying to create a new vertical, if you're saying, you know what, Arizona is right for the picking, and I want to do something, for instance, video games, then you should do it, and you'll get an audience. Is there a marketing kit? Yes. I believe it is right at the bottom of the page here. And let me just find it. I'll find it. We'll find it and throw it in the chat here. Stop sharing my screen for a second. Please repeat the dates. April 6th through the 12th, 2026. April 6th through the 12th, 2026. Immediately after the Women's Final Four, which is April 3rd through the 5th. Great. Let me just find this marketing kit real quick, and so I can throw it in the chat if Carson doesn't beat me to it.
I put it in the chat.
Okay, wonderful. She's already beat me to it. Okay, great. Well, guys, this is amazing. If you have any further questions, please reach out to us. We're here to help. We hope everybody does an event during Arizona Tech Week. We ask you to please help us promote this to all of your networks, your newsletters, your social media groups. If you know somebody that you think should take advantage of Arizona Tech Week, please ask them to. Please help them to understand this opportunity of having all of these eyes. To bring 25,000 people here, we have to reach 350,000 people, right? So this calendar is going to get far and wide reach, global reach. So if you think there's somebody in Arizona that should be taking advantage of this. And lastly, because I know this is, we have people from all over the state on this call. For those of you that are in rural Arizona and are saying, well, we don't have big tech companies here, that doesn't matter. You are an important part of our state. You have innovation. You have a story to tell. It's important. And so add an event that showcases what you do best in your ecosystem, and please be a part of this event, because we want to show that across our state there are amazing communities for people to become aware of. And so this is for you. This is for everyone. This is for Arizona. It's our time to tell our story to the world. So thank you so much for attending today, for spending this 45 minutes with me. If you have any questions, please reach out. I look forward to seeing you during Arizona Tech Week. Thank you so much.